So like, for example, like underground, I feel like it got fractured because in let's say 2017, 2018, underground was, let's say, actually 2016, 17, you had anywhere from Lil Peep to Lil Uzi to, I mean, Juice WRLD, I don't know, he kind of got signed to Ghost Mane to X. Like, these are totally varying sounds. Suicide Boys too, like they sound nothing alike. So I think it got fractured into sounds where you had post Juice WRLD where a bunch of rappers kind of sound similar,
like the emo rap lane.
Yeah, and then you've got other, not even you immediately after that scene, I feel like you've had other rappers like what's his name, Convoke was one of them, and he has like their circle. There's also another side which is like Lil Darky and his whole crew.
He does like the cartoon shit. I know I know Convoke too. He had a song like Train Tracks or something that I liked a lot.
Yeah, but he was kind of part of this little scene. And then there's another scene where these dudes do crazy numbers, which is like Jake Hill, Josh A. They're not signed, they're independent.
Who is that?
They're like, I mean, they kind of blew up just having their music on YouTube, but they're huge. Like they have more monthly listeners, like 3-4 times more than Ken Carson or a lot of these other guys.
I just think that the internet in general, aside from being the underground being fractured, which I would agree with, especially because X, Juice, and Peep all passed away. So like all of the inspiration for new music kind of just died out. Like people haven't really replaced them yet, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree.
But the internet in general, I think, has gotten so big that not just in music, but everything has fractured into a million different communities that are super hardcore in what they believe in or listen to or whatever.
That's why I found it so surprising that there was this whole like next gen SoundCloud thing where these dudes are pretty much in the same scene because of how everything separated. So the fact that these people ended up like in the circle that gets talked, just the people you talk about. Initially, the only people I had heard about were Autumn and Summers. I listened to like one song in 2019. I was like, yo, I can't listen to this. And then a bunch of other people like surrounding them, including Yeet and, you know, SSG Kobe and stuff like that. So the fact that these people are a scene as opposed to, and a lot of them are signed and a lot of it is co-signs, which wasn't necessarily the case in 2016. I actually was having this conversation with someone else where I feel like there's less diversity in next gen SoundCloud than there was in 2016. Diversity in sound.
I would agree so much. That's why I was just talking about how I feel like now that Yeet has blown up, I feel like the underground's gonna be kind of like not dead, but it's not gonna be as poppin' as it was. Because I don't know if anyone can fill his shoes.
But the thing is, he's only been talked about for like less than a year.
Shit moves I had so only fast
heard about him when Get Busy first started blowing up and people were just typing his name. I was like, what the hell is this? You probably found out about him like several months earlier. But you've been talking about the scene for a couple of years. So I don't see how he could dead it by just blowing up when he blew up like mid towards like closer to now.
Well,
during that scene.
To the extent, okay, so I've been talking about this scene not that long, to be honest. Like the first time was really Sofago and Summers like dissing each other end of like 2019 or something. But then really the only person I was talking about was Summers here and there, Sofago, and that's about it. Because because the rest of it, I agree with you. A lot of it sounds the same, and I can't get into it.
I do think that IA's dude has potential to really blow up, mostly because of his image.
Right.
I think he can play with the kind of like 6ix9ine in the sense that, although I feel like it's like a 6ix9ine Comethazine situation where people look at him and they believe him, whether or not he does any of this shit doesn't really matter. But just moments where he's not afraid to stir up controversy on top of the music, like when he was going at YBN Namir or
Cash Dami.
Who was the other? Yeah, exactly. When he was going at Cash Dami. So that on top of the music, which I think is okay. I don't think it's outstanding. He has that one, like his biggest song. I think that one's a good song.
556.
But I do think he has, I think he has actual like breakout potential. I do see him having that personality that'll attract a lot of people to him. Yeet, he's kind of just a brand, whereas I see Jace as a, why the hell does he spell his name like that if it's pronounced Jace? But
Who knows? We've been trying to figure that out for a while.
I think he has personality and a unique charisma about him that can carry him to like stardom if the music catches up.
Right. He's cool to me. I like his music, but did you listen to his mixtape?
Nah.
Did he just drop?
I did not.
You should listen to it and let me know, because it just sounded like, I'm pretty sure the songs were all like a minute and a half, which, you know, is normal nowadays, but it sounded like a verse and a chorus and then it was over. And like none of the songs were like that crazy. He kind of just, you know, that moaning that he does? Have you heard Kamir?
Let me see. Which songs have I heard? I don't think so.
Or like, oh Lord. Okay, so he originally blew up not from 556, but from Oh Lord and Kamir. And like he has this specific like melody that he got compared to Uzi. And then that started blowing up on TikTok, that comparison controversy. And then he dropped 556, and then now that's taken a life of its own. But like he just got to switch up his flow a little bit.
All of these dudes get signed ridiculously quick. I feel like they get signed before anybody even knows who they are.
Yeah, he's been signed for a while, I think, even before he blew up.
God
like,
damn.
Let me see. Or he was signed and then he dropped or like left or something, and then he got signed again. Let me see. So Elon. Yeah, so Elon dropped in 2021. This is before, like, he still had a buzz, but he wasn't big yet like he is now. And he was signed to Simple Stupid Records and Geffen, which I believe is an intermediary.
It's Interscope pretty much, I believe.
It's Interscope Geffen, I think, is the partnership or something.